Alright guys, it's been a while. Welcome back to At Home Restaurant with Michael Hall. What you're looking at here is a whole chicken that I have completely deboned, being careful not to break any of the skin. So I have the whole breast up at the top here. That's the wing and the small drumstick. Still attached but just deboned. No bones in the breast either. And here are our other quarter parts, leg and thigh, again totally deboned. And what we're going to do today is we're going to season these up nicely with a little blend of all-purpose seasoning and some chicken spice. I have here on my board some fresh oregano, locally grown, and some fresh basil, and we're going to finely chop those up and add it to our chicken along with these dry seasonings. And then when we're done, we're also going to get some nice Kerrygold Irish butter and rub our chicken with that before we put it in the oven. That's going to be our meal for today. Just want to give you a quick shot of some ackee and saltfish that I cooked this morning. And I served that with some spinach, some fresh baby spinach sauteed in garlic butter, and of course we did some boiled green bananas with that. So come back in a short while and start to season our chicken and get it ready to hit the oven. Soon come back. Alright, so here is our deboned chicken, whole chicken, breasts, leg and thigh. This is the dry seasoning mix that I spoke about before, and we're just going to get this onto our chicken. Skin side first, and then we're going to flip this over and get it on the other side. You can see totally deboned, no bones at all. That was a labor of love. Maybe the next time I do that process I'll do a video of that as well, but just wanted to get that out of the way before I start it. Let's turn the breast over and let's get this seasoning on there as well. A good liberal amount in there so that you get lots of flavor after we have roasted it, which is what we're going to do a little bit later on after all the seasonings have marinated, got a chance to really soak into the meat. Alright, so what we're going to do, as I mentioned before, I had some fresh basil, some fresh oregano, and I'm going to incorporate those herbs, however you want to say it, into about 2 ounces of butter. You can use whatever it is that you like, butter, margarine. So I'm going to grab a handful of the basil. I'm going to grab some of the oregano. Now what I didn't tell you about before was this. And you know I can't cook without this. This is a whole 1 large scotch bonnet pepper, cut up, seeds and all. And I'm going to add this to my fresh herb and butter mix. And what we're going to do is just get a fork and incorporate all of these lovely herbs into our butter. Get that nicely mixed in. It's best if the butter is room temperature, obviously, because then it's a lot easier to work with it. So you get that incorporated. The butter is actually comes lightly salted, so there's a little bit of salt in there from the get-go. And we are going to take this mixture, and what we're going to do is just get it rubbed into our meat. Yeah, so fresh basil, fresh oregano, and a scotch bonnet pepper incorporated into, it's about 2 ounces, or a little bit more than 2 ounces of butter. Get that rubbed in on the meat side very nicely. I'm going to turn these over because I really want to get most of it on the skin side so that it can have a nice crisp, well seasoned skin after we finish roasting. So again, let's just liberally get this into the chicken on this, now on the skin side. Nice, and get it rubbed in. We're going to let this sit for a while, just again to let everything kind of just marinate and soak in. And when we're done, when we give this a chance to do that, we'll come back and get it in the oven and begin to cook the other stuff that we're going to serve this with. I think we're going to do a nice pasta with fresh vegetables in a parmesan sauce. So we'll come back soon. Alright guys, here we are back in the kitchen. Our chicken has been soaking up all that good stuff for about an hour and a half, and we're getting ready to stick it in the oven now, just on a baking sheet. We're going to do it at 300 degrees for about 40 to 45 minutes. Want it to stay nice and juicy. We're going to serve that today with I've boiled and drained some pasta. I'm going to cook the pasta with some veggies that I've already prepped and blanched, just some carrots, broccoli, cauliflower. And to give our pasta some flavor, we're going to work in some onions, green peppers, and some, about 2 large cloves of garlic that I've minced up in there. And we're going to do it with a parmesan sauce. Actually going to use some of the leftover, the remaining basil and oregano in the pasta as well. But we will show you how we do that. We're not going to do the pasta until the chicken is just about ready to come out of the oven, so that both will be ready at exactly the same time. And then we'll plate it all for you. So see you in a bit. Alright guys, we're going to make our pasta now, and just before we get started, let me just clear up something, because I kept talking about doing parmesan. It's actually Alfredo sauce, but it's flavored roasted garlic parmesan, so pardon the gaff. Alright, so we have our oil here, it's hot. I'm going to add my onions, green peppers and garlic that I had prepped before. Let's get that all in there. Saute those. Don't necessarily want them to cook too long until they're soft, and we certainly don't want the garlic to burn. So we're just going to give these a good stir, incorporate everything. So the onions, I've cut the onion in nice big chunky sizes, as well as the green peppers, well, not too small. Just get these sweated. Oil was hot, so it's pretty much sweated already. I'm going to add my pasta to this, just about a pound. That was already pre-boiled and drained. And we're going to incorporate all those aromatics with the pasta as well. See if we can switch over to a spatula here and just get these nicely mixed in. Fresh garlic is going to give it a really good flavor. And this won't take long, folks. I mean, everything that's gone in here has already been cooked. I mean, obviously apart from the onions and the green pepper. So this is really just to stir, reheat, and get all the flavors incorporated. Let me add my veggies. I've got carrots, broccoli, cauliflower. Nice trio of veggies to go with our pasta. Just get everything out of the bowl and into the pan. Nice and colorful. Alright, I'm going to add my Alfredo. Let's go liberal I'm going to incorporate it all in there. Let's get this nice and mixed in and incorporated. Let's turn the fire down, the flame down a bit, and let's get this nicely mixed in with that great Alfredo flavor. Nice veggie pasta to go with our chicken. I checked on the chicken a short while ago actually, and it's coming along very nicely. By the time I finish giving this the last stir, I should be able to pull the chicken out of the oven and get a piece of it onto a plate and just plate up this meal for you one time. I'm going to add one more thing to my pasta at the very end, and you want to put this in at the very end because you don't necessarily want them to mash out. And here I'm just adding some grape tomatoes, little acidity, and certainly some nice bright color in my veggie pasta as well. So let's just get those incorporated. You have a nice burst of flavor when you bite into those. This looks pretty good. Maybe I'll add just a little bit of ground black pepper. And now I'm going to try and get my chicken out of the oven. Alright, so here's our chicken. It's out of the oven. That's obviously the breast. You can see the skin has started to get a nice golden brown color, but the meat, I can assure you, is soft and juicy. We're pairing that, as I said, with our nice fresh vegetable pasta in a Alfredo parmesan sauce. And here is today's plate. Deboned chicken roasted with fresh oregano and basil and served with a beautiful vegetable pasta in a nice Alfredo sauce. Hope you enjoyed. This is Michael Hall from At Home Restaurant. See you again soon.